Hey there! So I thought that today we would continue the series that was established quite a while ago. A simple meal with SBREBrown. Now, just to get a few things clear, of course I'm not a chef, and I'm not claiming to be a chef either. I'm just doing some home cooking, and I thought this would just be fun. This is a dish I really enjoy making. Today we're going to make potato soup, alright? I know you shouldn't angle your cutting board like this, but I'm doing that for the camera. So don't get all worried. What are we going to use? Well, it's a potato soup, so potatoes would help. I have 3 nice big ones here. I have some carrots, I have a bit of parsnip, an onion, some leek, and I like celery in this. Okay, that's the first thing we're going to do. We have to clean this, and we have to cut it. Now, of course, I've already washed my hands. Just taking off my watch and such because I like doing that with while I'm cooking. Alright, what are we going to do first? Usually, of course, you do the potatoes first and then start boiling them, but because it's going to be potato soup, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. Let's start with just preparing the vegetables and such. I have already cleaned a whole bunch of the stuff, but not everything. Just throwing this out. Okay, my rubbish thing, because I don't want to run to the garbage continuously. This is an organic leek, so I'm just going to give it a quick rinse. Just to get the sand out, should there be any. The reason I like this meal is that it's simple to make. It's also not that expensive. A lot of vegetables. Don't spend too much time on cutting everything beautifully, because in the end it's all going to be mixed up. So it doesn't really matter that much. What I'm trying to say is, don't worry too much if your bits of leek or whatever are not all exactly an inch or half a centimeter or whatever in diameter. It doesn't really matter. Okay, that was some leek. Let's do a bit of carrot. Of course, you can do it. You can peel it. You can also not peel it. I enjoy it when it's peeled, even though these are organic carrots. So I mean, there shouldn't really be the need to peel them. I just like the flavor better without the peel. I'm weird. But if you're a regular viewer of my videos, you know I'm weird, so I shouldn't have to explain that. This one. You may hear some fire in the background. I'm preparing some stock. Of course, the best thing you can do is make the stock yourself, and I do enjoy doing that, but let's face it, that's a day of work. Sometimes it's just convenient to use a soup cube, so I'm just warming up a soup cube there, and that's the sound you're hearing. Alright, carrots look good. Anything else that requires peeling? The potatoes. Do that in a second. Get the carrots on the way. Cut off a bit and it lies flat, but I don't really mind. Well, actually, I do. It's a bit slippery here. You don't see someone batoning a carrot every day. Alright. Which we threw in the garbage. Mixed up me bowls, innit? Alright. Good enough. Oh, it's getting a bit full. Do you have to put it in separate containers first? No, not really. I just like to do that because I find that a convenient way to work. You don't have to. Right, we have a celery. I don't like the leafy bits, sorry. Of course this was washed, but I've already done that. I don't want to bore you too much. Again, really don't worry. All of this is going to be mashed up in the end, so it doesn't matter if one piece is a bit bigger than the other. It really doesn't matter. Okay, let's do our parsnip. Where's my peeler? May as well do the whole thing. I love parsnip. I didn't know I loved parsnip until recently when I discovered it. It's inexpensive. It's very tasty. A little difficult to peel, but we get there. Okay. I'm also going to cut off a sliver there because that was in the fridge. It's a bit dry. Could be a bit better. Problem is, if I don't do that, then people are going to say, "Oh, you're so sloppy." See, even in the background people say that. Of course I'm cooking their meal, but you know. Oops. Make sure you have them up, be careful with your nails, huh? Okay. Well, that's getting a bit full too. That's alright though. Oh look, a bit of leek. I mean celery. Know your veggies. Okay, all of this, you can just throw, I mean it doesn't matter if it gets mixed up, it doesn't matter. It's all going to go together into the same pot. Onion, you can peel it first, you can do whatever you like to it. Is that good enough? Yeah, that's good enough. Bit of a nasty bit there. Cut that out. Never really understood the logic of peeling onions because sometimes it's really easy and other times it's really hard. And why was that half considerably easier than this one? Don't get it. Anyway, cutting the onion. Drying my hands. Cut off that bit. Again, this is a matter of, it doesn't need to be super beautiful. While I'm doing this, I'm just going to, lean in front of you and block the screen and just a little bit of fire, not too much. I'll show you in a sec. There we go. Alright, so that's the stock boiling. Put a little nice big pot in there. Not too big flame, it's not necessary. Back to cutting We're cutting onion. When you do this, be very careful your knife doesn't slip and you cut off your own thumb. Huh? Okay. Hold that. There are people who can do this a lot faster. I'm looking at you, Aaron. But I'm attached to my fingers in a lot of ways. Okay. Got all. Now, this pot, what am I going to do? Very simple. Take some butter. Already had that out, so it's getting a bit soft. That's good. This goes in the garbage. Just wiping my hands. Butter needs to melt a bit, okay? Once that butter is molten, we're going to put in our veggies. That's going to take a few seconds, so we may as well start peeling our potatoes. Can you use any potato for this? In principle, yes. As long as you can blend them up, it doesn't really matter. So, just peeling them here. My peeler is getting a little blunt. I need to get a new one, so it looks a bit stunted, but it's alright. So you need a potato that you can mash up. So get something, if possible, that's a bit on the soft side. The ones that get very hard or stay very hard when you boil them. And they're not as suited, but in principle you can use those too. It doesn't really matter. The butter over there is coming along nicely. This potato is a little fresher, a bit easier to peel. How many potatoes? Depends on how much you want. On a big pot of soup, add more potatoes. I'm cooking for 2 people right now. It's good. It's good enough. It doesn't need to be perfectly peeled as long as it looks peeled. That butter is still singing a bit. That's good. Once it stops doing that, waters out, you can throw in your potatoes. Maybe you can hear it starting to blubber a bit softer. That's good. Okay. Someone here is hungry for a bit of potato, so always feed your wife. Okay, butter is done. What are we going to do with the butter? Put in your veggies carefully because that butter is hot now. Put in your leek. And that's a nice big pot. Now, right now it's pretty full. I don't know if you can see that. I have to lift up the camera. Sorry, it's pretty full, but that's okay. Put the lid on. That needs to simmer for a bit, not too high a flame. Okay, what do I need to do next? These potatoes are full of starch. Oh, you see that? That's onion. Onion needs to go in. And I like to use this. It's just for patisserie. You know, you do stuff in that with your dough. I like to use that. Whoops. Fortunately, my fingers don't burn. I like to use that to pick up the onion and deposit that easily. Now this is a lot of veggies, but that's good, right? We like veggies because they're healthy. There we go. Put this in, let that simmer. It's going to reduce in volume, it's no problem. Potatoes, full of starch. We want some starch in the soup, but not too much. So we're going to clean it. I have a band-aid, cut myself again. Not with that knife actually, did something weird. Just like you're washing your hands, and that way the starch is removed. Very easy. Now what I'm seeing right now is that my stock is starting to boil. So what I'm going to do, just turning the camera again, reduce the heat on that a bit. I don't need it to boil too much because then it's just going to evaporate. Alright? Veggies are doing well. Just stirring them a little bit. Sorry, I'm in the way, hold on. just stirring them a little bit. And they will reduce. They will reduce in volume. Potatoes. What are we going to do with the potatoes? Cut them, but not in pieces that are too small. That's good enough. Someone wants another piece of raw potato. Do I recommend cutting potatoes by bashing the knife, by the way? Not really, of course. You should just be polite and just cut them. I mean, they're only potatoes, they haven't done anything to you. More than good enough, okay? This is all you need. Now, if you want to, I don't know if you can see that, but that's starch on the knife, okay? So what you can do is take a colander, put them in, and just give them another quick rinse. Now you want some starch for the soup, but there's starch enough in the potatoes. Just rinse off the excess. Now if we have to wait a bit, these could turn brown, so you could put them in some water and they won't turn brown, but I think we'll have enough time for that not to happen. Now this is looking good. It's definitely reducing in volume. I really put a lot of vegetables in. So this pot is on the small side of what I'm trying to do here. But you know, I like looking on the edge. Just going to put in the potatoes. You don't need to orchestrate that or assemble it nicely. You can just throw them in. It doesn't really matter. Turning up the burner a little bit for the stock. Now if you can't use all of them, they won't all fit, then just keep them. You can use this tomorrow for dinner or something. I think I can make this work though. There we go. Now this is where the stock comes in. Usually you put in water, right? But right now what I'm going to do is just put in the stock. And that's going to be the liquid in which we're going to boil the soup. Now I'm really pushing it there. Don't forget to turn off the, whoops, that was the wrong burner. Turn off the heat of the empty pot. This needs to boil. The potatoes need to boil, need to be well done. How long would it take? Potatoes like this? 15 minutes, something like that. So clearly I'm not going to stand around here entertaining you for 15 minutes. I'm going to put this on so that there's a bit of air in case this starts to boil and bubble and double, toil and trouble, witch's brew and blah blah blah, bubble, I forgot. Anyway, we need to wait for 15 minutes. That's what we're going to do. When I come back, this will pretty much be done. I'll see you in a sec. Wonder what's cooking. Oh, it's nice when SBREBrown, isn't it? Oh, it's on. Is it on? Oh, bugger. Bye. Hi mate. Slot Windermere here. I'm just checking for the International Committee Against the Boiling of Lobsters to see if the food being prepared here adheres to our standards of not including lobster. You see, I'm a lobster and I shouldn't be eaten. However, I'm 10 inches. If you're a bird and you are a decent looker, you can always contact me at 1-800... Yes, Windermere, thank you. It's great to see you, by the way. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, it has been a while. If you don't mind, I'm just going to finish up the dish because I think it's almost done. Oh, is it? Can I stay? Yeah, you can stay over for dinner. Is it crab salad? No, it's not crab salad. It's actually potato soup. That's disgusting. No, it's not disgusting. It's delicious. No. Yes. No. Yeah, okay. Sorry. We'll just continue the program as usual. Let's have a look to see if it's ready. Okay. Closing kitchen drawer. Sorry. Potatoes ready when they fall off the knife. Wait for it. It's going to happen. I think that's pretty good. Try another one. Yeah, those are nice and soft. Yeah, you see? That's what I want to see. Okay, we're going to blend these. Now, because that pot is really full, we're going to have to use a bit of a trick here. So, sorry about the noise. Could have done this before I switched on the camera again, but I didn't. So, what do we need? Some type of mixer. This is fine, works fine. Don't need to have a big blender. A little mixing attachment or cutting. Oh yeah. Okay. What are we going to do? We're going to do a bit of a trick. I'm going to take the soup. I'm going to leave it in front of the camera. I know I will. I'm sorry. And gently pour that in there. Now, the pot will retain its heat fairly well. I'm going to put it on a very, very, very low flame. It's almost off. And this needs to be blended. Now, it's hot liquid, and you're going to be, it may splash a bit. So I always start out, let me just turn off the fan, you can hear me better. I start out gently. And of course, the more you have in your pot, the more risk of splattering. And of course, if I lift this out all the way and I keep pressing the button, we could get a serious splatter. Now, that's the way I like it. It's nice, and it's a very thick soup. It shouldn't be like a paste. If it's like a paste, add more stock. It's not like a paste though. There we go. Here, Dutch power plug. See that? Very different from US. There we go. Okay. So what's the consistency? It's nice. It's thick, but it's edible. Now, take a pot. I'm going to put it back into the pot. Question, why do you put it back into the pot? Good question. Let me tell you why I put it back into the pot. That's why. The air needs to get out. Alright? Because I've been blending it. Need to boil it a little bit, not too much. I want to get that air out. Now there can be some explosions. So I don't know why I got rid of my spoon. Because there can be some explosions, which I'm not sure if you've witnessed some, but it's blubbering. I put the lid on, okay? See, it's blubbering a bit. That's okay. Turn down the heat a bit. Now at this point, decide what you want. Do you want more... Oh, that's really going for it. Alright. Do you want more... You want a thinner soup? Add more stock. Some pepper. Quite a bit of pepper. because I like that. Okay. I've turned off the burner because of course if it boils too long it starts to blubber even more. Now the secret ingredient here is just some curry powder. Use the curry powder you like, and also do it to taste. When you're cooking, just do what you like, right? If you're baking a cake, you have to follow the steps, and you can do things right and you can do them wrongly. When you're cooking something like this, you can't really do anything wrong. Nothing is going to happen except that your kitchen is going to look like a mess because your soup will explode a bit, but that's okay. Just put that through, stir it through, grabbing a spoon. It's going to be hot, so I'm blowing it a bit. Give it a taste. It's actually pretty good. It has a little bit of a kick because of the curry powder, the pepper. I've not added any salt. You can add salt, but of course the stock already adds some salt. So I wouldn't overdo it. This is great. And this is a meal. This will feed 2 people for 2 nights. Alright, this amount. What else can you put in? If you want, you can put in meat. Some sausage would be nice. You could even put in some chicken breast, for example, you cut up, you put in, or chicken legs that you cut up, put in. I like this as a vegetarian meal. I'm not a vegetarian, but this is a nice meal. It's very filling, but I mean, you can see why. I mean, it's very, very thick. Alright? That's not going to go back in there, of course, because I've touched it with my finger. And that's it. What could you eat with this? Anything you like. Sourdough bread, baguette, just a regular slice of bread. Oh, that was horribly timed. Very, very filling, very, very flavorful, and also very, very healthy because it has a lot of different vegetables in quite a copious amount actually. That's all there's to it. Potato soup. It doesn't necessarily look like the most appealing meal in the world, but you try making it, tell me how you like it. And that's all there's to it. Hope this was useful, and I'm glad to see you later. Bye bye.